is Martinovich, and I'm the marketing coordinator for AE Design. We're an integrated lighting design and electrical engineering company, and up until about a month ago, most of us were working in our awesome downtown Denver office. Since then, a lot of things have changed, and we were one of those companies that were fortunate enough to be able to hit the ground running, working from home the first Monday after the stay-at-home order went into effect. And one of the first things that I did was realize that my to-do list needed a change. There are items that are just not going to leave that list. The RFPs, the leads, the typical emails that I send out, some of the reports that I pull, but some of the other things really felt like they needed to be reprioritized. And I sat down, I wrote out this list, and a month later, I think it's a good time to revisit it. All of the things on the list are still valid, but I really wanted to highlight, I think it's the two things that I put at the very bottom, and I wish I had put them at the top in big, bold letters, just for myself to remember, what the priorities are. And priority number one, and we found this has been an ongoing priority, is making sure that we are all staying connected and not going dark just because our events are being canceled. So for our company, we do a lot of things in person. We present at conferences, we do lunch and learns, we go to people's offices, we make happy hours happen, and all of that is totally out the window. So especially in that first week, it was really disheartening to get those emails of, hey, we had this on the calendar with you and we can't do that anymore. But we quickly became the people who were suggesting the alternative. And this is the important part, is it's time to be the person who suggests, I get it, we can't do this, but let's do that. So our coffee may be scheduled in a week or two. I don't know if I'll be able to make it. I don't know about the stay-at-home order being lifted. That's okay. Let's move it to a Zoom meeting. Same thing for lunches, same thing for lunch and learns. So making sure that you are the voice of the person, not letting somebody cancel on you, but making sure you find a way to stay connected with them has been and will be really invaluable. I think as we move through this crisis, the people that will be remembered are not the people who are posting the coolest projects or have the best photos up on their social media. It's going to be the people who made the most emotional connections. And right now, the best and easiest way to do that is just to call somebody, make sure you have a little bit of their time, and ask, how are you doing? And this has been one of the ways that we've stayed in touch with our clients, potential clients, our partners, even our competitors. It's just a good time to be a good person and ask others how they're doing. Just take that initiative. Kind of in that same way, but on the flip side, it's good to turn those talents inwards. So all of the ways that we used to and do focus on our clients, we need to make sure that we're focusing internally. And this may or may not be part of your job description, but you're likely the person who does the nudging. So you might hear a good idea and say, yeah, you should absolutely email that person. Now's a good time to kind of tune your ear to those good internal ideas. If somebody says, oh man, I really miss having happy hours with you guys, be the person who suggests, let's do a digital happy hour. Let's see if we can set up some trivia, which is what our office did. Let's see what else we can be doing. And this has been invaluable in two ways. One, because we have something to look forward to. Our office is very close. We did a lot of things out of the office. A lot of us are just friends in general when we're not working together. And it was nice to be able to know, hey, I get to see all of those folks on Thursdays or on Wednesdays or whenever our next event is. And being the first person to set one up was a little bit weird. We had to figure out the technology and how to be good moderators. But then people were able to copy and paste kind of the template that myself and another project manager set up for our first event, which was trivia, and then do their own thing. And it's been wonderful. The good unintended consequence of this is it also got everybody up to speed digitally. So we were fortunate enough that everybody was able to work from home, but it doesn't mean everybody was comfortable setting up a go-to meeting or sharing their screen the correct way. So creating this space where it's casual and it's fun and it's okay if you don't screen share the right way the first time made sure that a lot of the people who may have fallen through the cracks previously knew how to be professional and how to do well in their next client meeting, which are all now digital. Kind of playing off of that, one of the other items on my list was professional development. Now is the time to learn those new skills, whether it's creating a video or publishing your first LinkedIn article or figuring out how to do PR pitches. It's a really good time to try something new because we're all kind of in this boat together. Some of us have more free time than others. Some of us are taking care of families, but we're all figuring out different ways how to stay connected. And if there's been something on your list, whether it is making a video or editing or writing or whatever it may be, this is a great time to make sure you're polishing up those skills. The other 2 items on my list, this one's a big one, the big picture planning. Our office does a big budget every single year, and we're getting together on a weekly basis and just crossing off event after event after event. But instead of letting those slots go, instead of not doing anything, we're also thinking creatively for, we were going to put in all of this effort. How do we put in our effort somewhere else where we get similar results? You know, if our purpose is to go to this conference to make sure we're connecting with these people, let's connect with those people anyway. We have digital options, whether it's reaching out through social media, sending them a video, sending them an email, picking up the phone and calling, whatever it may be, making sure that we're adjusting our big picture plan to be realistic, but also not falling through on making sure that we're connected has been really important. And last but not least, and unfortunately I think this was at the top of my list, which it's now at the bottom, and it's still on my list, but it's towards the bottom, is making sure all the collateral is up to date, making sure all the back-end stuff, the file, the data entry is also up to date. I found myself with a little bit of extra brain space to be able to tackle some of our database issues, to create some new ways of reporting information, to make sure that our resumes are up to date and the files are organized just the way that I like them, so that it's perfect when we come back and hit the ground running or whenever that may happen. So that was my to-do list, and I have a very long and very unique last name. Please feel free to find me on LinkedIn. Let's connect. I would love to hear about what has worked for you and what hasn't worked, and maybe just saying hi. It's, like I said, very important to stay connected, so let's make sure to stay connected. Thanks, guys.